What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Deathring, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Yes, it's a big debate. It's either negative or positive for some people. There really isn't an in-between for most people. The only thing that most people are generally interested in is Call of Duty 4 Remastered, and I'm going to talk about that in a different video. But in today's video, I'm just going to be strictly sticking to Infinite Warfare, the main protagonist of the game. So, a lot of people don't like it, obviously, because it's too futuristic, but you gotta consider that this game has been in the making for years upon years. It's not like they came out last year and was just like, yeah, let's make a new Call of Duty. No. When people wanted more futuristic games, that's when all these games that have been released, like, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, just all that. These games were in creation when people wanted more futuristic games. But I'm pretty sure that if there are going to be many more Call of Duties down the line, which in my personal opinion, I don't know how much longer Call of Duty can stand on its own. There's been like 14 games that have been released, and everything has to come to an end at one point. You can't just keep creating games. Yes, you probably can. They probably will create games for a long time, but its fan base is dying, and that is inevitable. People get sick of it. It's not that I hate the game, personally. It's the fact that Call of Duty is getting boring. I saw another video, I think it was somebody in the FaZe clan. I don't know if it was Jev or not. He was just like, no, it wasn't Jev. I think it was, I don't know. It was somebody in the FaZe clan, and he was responding to people's comments in the comment sections about why don't you upload more Call of Duty gameplay and stuff like that. And when you binge a game like I did and like they do, when you binge a game for 8+ hours a day for your whole entire childhood, because I didn't have a job obviously until I got a car at the age of 17, so 17 and younger, I would play non-stop. I would get off school, and during summer, that's all I would do. I would not play anything else, and that's the only game I would play. It gets boring. It's not that the game sucks. It's not that the game's bad. Don't get me wrong. These games have a lot of effort put into it, and I'm not going to shoot it down because I don't like futuristic. I'll still play it, probably nowhere near as much as what I used to play back in the day, but it's just that once you play that much of the same concept or layout, because all Call of Duties, when it comes down to it, they're just shoot 'em up, kill 'em games. There's no real objectives. Yes, domination, ooh. It comes down to I'm capturing flags and killing people. That's about it. Or I'm collecting dog tags after I kill people. Yes, there are objectives, like I can go for a nuke or blah blah blah. I've already done all that. When you have like 40 to 50 days in a game, you've done everything. You get bored of it. There's nothing else to that. You will get bored of it. Maybe not in its peak, like Modern Warfare 2, that is my all-time favorite. I could still play that game, but I will not enjoy it as much as I used to. That is probably my most played, most favorite Call of Duty of all time. It's just that, because because I didn't really play Call of Duty 4, not Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty 4, I'm stupid. I didn't really play that, because when that first came out, I was a kid. Like, I'm only 18 right now. When Call of Duty 4 came out, God, like in 2006 or something like that. I don't know, like maybe before that, maybe like I'm 2006 sounds about right. I just didn't have a console I had gaming consoles, but I just didn't play Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 was the first Call of Duty that I really got into, and that's when I played it when it first came out. That was basically where I started Call of Duty. Yes, I played World at War. Yes, I played COD 4. I played all those. Like, I didn't not play them. It's just I didn't play them during their peak performance. But I did with Modern Warfare 2, and that I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of older people say that Call of Duty 4 is their most favorite, because when they played that game, that was when it first released. That was when it was in its prime. So I'm pretty sure that that's why Modern Warfare 2's fun, like just exhilarating for me, because that was the most time I've ever spent into a game ever. But back to the subject, Infinite Warfare. It is a good looking game, don't get me wrong. The graphics look great, but I would probably change. I just hate exosuits. Exosuits are the stupidest thing that could have ever come to Call of Duty, because when it comes down to it, in the old Call of Duties, gunfights were generally about skill. Yes, there's still skill in it, don't take me wrong about that. I cannot compete against a professional because I have an exosuit, but there's a lot of situations where you could just glide around the map and in the most ridiculous areas and just kill somebody out of coincidence. It's ridiculous. I don't want that. I don't want to be worrying about if somebody's below me when I'm on a flat surface. That is horror. Or if somebody's in a damn tree, I don't want to know that. I would leave that to a more realistic game. Call of Duty is more of an arcade shooter in my I just completely botched. I'm derping out, aren't I? In my opinion, that was the word. I am so sorry. I cannot believe I messed that up. In my opinion, Call of Duty is like an arcade shooter. So when you put exosuits into it, it's getting a little ridiculous at that point. Call of Duty was for the longest time supposed to be a modern, up-to-date, or certain time period reenactment of how war went on. Call of Duty 4, that was a good example. Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 were great examples of how modern warfare, like Modern Warfare, that's why they're called Modern Warfare. I know I'm not stupid, but Modern Warfare of today's warfare was displayed. And World at War, great World at War freaking game. Like, great weapons, they were all real. But now you're just getting into ridiculous ideas for weapons and just exosuits, really? Like, I understand in the future, warfare will most likely be enhancement of the physical human abilities. So exosuits are most likely a thing in the future, but I don't want exosuits in a game. Games are supposed to be relaxing, or Call of Duty is pretty frustrating, but games are supposed to be something where I invest so much time that I feel like my skill has a competitive overtake over newer people coming in, or just people that are not as skilled. But when you throw something so sporadic into the game mix, it sucks. I hate it. I hate that my skill can be outdone by a kid running on walls and jumping back and forth. Don't get me wrong, the exosuit is a cool idea, great idea, but it's just when it's implemented into the game, it's a little ridiculous for me, and that's the main reason why I don't like Infinite Warfare. If you take the exosuits out of Infinite Warfare, I'd play it. I'd play it so much, but it's just the exosuits really kill it for me. So I'll still play it. I'll still do some gameplay of it. Don't get me wrong, but I think my main focus will be on Call of Duty 4 Remastered, just because of it's a more modern shooter. And nowadays, Call of Duty noticed that its demographic age is younger kids, and so you see, like in Advanced Warfare, more childish. I would say childish as a slightly less so, but I'm just gonna use the word childish. Skins like clown masks and all that. It's noticed that its age demographic is in a very young age, and they kind of forgot about their roots of where they came from, and I really hate that. I feel like they pushed themselves too far away from what they originally wanted to be. And I feel like if they didn't put Call of Duty 4 into this new game, there would be so little people. There would still be a ton of people, don't get me wrong. Like, Call of Duty's fan base is ridiculously large. They would still make more money than what they spent on making the game. But they would have lost way more money than they originally would have if they didn't put Call of Duty 4 into that game. And that is showing something. That is a sign that Call of Duty is not growing anymore. Call of Duty is dying in its fan base, and that is not okay. I love the game personally. That's what I played the most as a kid. It's just, if they don't keep releasing, or if they stick with the futuristic style, I feel like their fan base will slowly just dim away until it's just kids. But see, the thing is, those kids will grow up eventually, but Call of Duty's age demographic will stay around the same age, so people slowly just start getting rid of Call of Duty. And I don't know, it's kind of a tough subject to talk about and not be completely just pissed at anything. I love Raven Studios for what they did. They are listening to the community so hard. Like, people had issues about gun sounds. They hated the fact that you can't bring back a remastered version of a game and change it. It's not a remastered game anymore if you change it. Even if it was the littlest things, like White Boy made a video about a car missing. Yes, that sounds a little ridiculous, but it's not the same game without everything that came with the game. So the Raven Studios is listening to the community so hard right now. And I feel like, give them a huge props for that, because the community is giving them feedback and they are completely listening to them, and they want to make a change in Call of Duty. They want the community to be happy. And so, sorry for that random wave audio. My microphone shook, by the way. They're listening to the community, and I 100% respect that. But I'm just interested in seeing where Call of Duty goes from here. Hopefully, next Call of Duty will look less futuristic, or at least take away the exosuits. I don't care about how guns work or what scene I'm in. I just hate the exosuits. The exosuits are ridiculous. And that's really my input on the new Infinite Warfare. I hope you guys didn't bash on me too hard. But alright guys, I'm in the video here. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and hit that dislike button if you disliked the video, and subscribe for more if you want to see more daily content. I upload around 3 to 4 videos a week, and I'm making a podcast this weekend. It's either going up Friday or Saturday, so be sure not to miss it. Alright guys, peace.